whenever this video may reach you. Do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can get that thing whenever I upload a new video. So today, we are going to be talking about Black women being brainwashed, generally speaking, and also the fact that we're brainwashed into giving men grace. A lot of grace, sometimes grace that they do not deserve. Sometimes grace, at the expense of our happiness, our comfortability, our livelihood, and even at the expense of our children. It's crazy out here. We have to do a way better job at not being so forgiven, and not just turning a blind eye to certain things and not just feeling like, oh, it's not that serious, and we talk about it all the time over here, how they programmed us and they brainwashed us into believing that we were at the bottom and that we didn't deserve anything and that we shouldn't require anything and that we shouldn't have any standards and that we shouldn't love ourselves because we're not the most desired women and we're the least attractive and no one likes us and no one wants us, when that's a lie. Hey, you guys, what's up, Demira? Hey, Novella, how are you? Um, So oftentimes, we get into relationships with men and we don't require anything of them. We literally be so excited and so happy that they came around that everything else goes out the window. And it's because we have this deep rooted, like, negative self concept, and we have a lot of deep rooted insecurities when it comes to us as a collective because of the narrative and the story that we've been told about ourselves for so long, and we started to internalize it and we started to believe it, and then we ultimately started to tell ourselves these stories that we're not worthy, we're not the best, we're at the bottom. Thank you, baby. Novella, can you do it again for me and put the $1 sign close to Love Jones TV so I can pin it so the folks won't be confused? Thank you, boo. Like, it's just like they just don't want us to have any standards. They don't want us to have any boundaries. They don't want us to have any expectations. They want us to just be okay with the fact that we have a man, because they love to throw up the statistics. Well, statistically, y'all ain't getting married at the same rates as everybody else. Well, statistically, people don't love y'all at the same rate as everybody else. Well, statistically, y'all the most baby mama out of all every other group of women. When it's just like, at the end of the day, men create baby mamas. Thank you, boo. At the end of the day, men create baby mamas. At the end of the day, you all say that we're toxic, femininity, or y'all say we're toxic masculine because we have to take on masculine roles in order to support our family and take care of the children that we are left to raise by ourselves, and like I said, thank you, Ebony. Even if we're single and you talk about the village raising the children, there's other Black women that are childless that actually help to do the child rearing, and we pick up the slack of these men as well. So just because we don't have children, like me, for instance, just because I don't have children yet, at least, doesn't mean that I have not already picked up the slack of men and happen to help raise and rear children that they ultimately abandoned. Like, we have to be honest about this, because even a lot of the times when the men are in the household, I'm also an eldest daughter, so even if I had a man in the household, chances are the eldest daughter is also still helping. She's being adultified and she's helping to raise up the younger siblings. And I experienced that. And a lot of eldest daughters have that same exact plight. And we're gonna absolutely come back and talk about, the plight of being an eldest daughter. That is something that we might come back and talk about that later. Because I don't have that much time now. I have something to do at 1, so I have to, we're gonna do this. What's up, God's anointed, right here, Black? Thank you, YouTube. I didn't know I was angry all the time because I always had to be masculine in the relationship. Exactly. And we did the live where we said, women are masculine because the men are feminine. And we kind of spoke about, just a basic outline of what it means to be masculine. And it had everything to do with being independent. It had everything to do with being a leader, a provider, a protector, being courageous, being bold, making decisions, like being strong. And these are things that are used to describe melanin rich women every single day. Like, oh, she's strong and independent. So it's like society has placed this, like, masculine trope on us as well. And it's unfortunate because being strong and independent is also a positive thing, you know, especially when you've gone through the gauntlet, or when you've had to be resilient, or when you've had to heal yourself time and time again. Like, that is something that should be applauded. But it's such a negative stain, and people feel like because we are strong and independent that we don't need help, that they could literally like dog walk us extra, you know, like. And even when we are feminine or soft, they say, oh, you need to stop being so sensitive, you need to stop victimizing yourself. So it's like you can't really win, you know, you can't really win as a melanin rich woman. And y'all already know I do this show. I've curated the show specifically for melanin rich women first, and then all women second, and then everybody else comes after that. You know, so when I'm talking, I understand that women in general, we experience misogyny, and we're in a patriarchal society, to whereas we feel like we have to continuously center these men and give them grace. But I'm specifically talking for women that look like me, you know? And no, I don't mean women that look like me that have my same hue of complexion. That's not exactly what I'm saying, but y'all know what I mean. We come in different colors. But monoracial black women is what I'm talking about specifically. But I love everybody, don't get me wrong. I do. I just feel like, you know, even with this Diddy trial that's going on, like there's so many Diddy sympathizers and people that literally, and I see a lot of women doing this. Like we see men doing it, but I see a lot of women getting out here, you know, saying, oh, well, innocent until proven guilty. And you're just trying to drag a black man down, and they don't want to see a black man win. And even when Kanye West was accused, people were coming out saying, oh, he didn't do it. Oh, I don't believe it. Now everybody want to be accusing Kanye. And I'm like, are you guys kidding me right now? Like, are we serious? Are we serious? Can everybody up in here, let me block you. I don't have time for that. Everybody up in here, do your girl a favor and hit the like button, double tap the screen. There's three dots at the top. Press it and give me a thumbs up. Double tap the screen. There's three dots at the top. Press it and give your girl a thumbs up. How much more has to be proven? What you mean, boo? Well, leave if you don't like what you, you hear. That part. Exactly. I don't have time, novella. You know, I'd be cussing them out, but it's too early in the show to be cussing people out. And I don't have time to give you all the longest show right now. So we're just gonna kind of like, you know, do our makeup routine, and I'll come back. My allergies are whipping me out. Like I know for sure I'm allergic to the family dog over at my mom's. Like I'm super allergic every time I go over there. It's just like my allergies already been kind of, you know, acting a little up because the weather is changing. But for sure, like going over there just took it over the edge because of the dog here. Um, Double tap the screen and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Oh God. They refuse to believe anything. Everyone lying is sad. People defend Chris, and Rihanna is the only person. Like Rihanna is the only person he abused. Exactly. This is true too. You know, but especially when they came out with the allegations against Kanye, they're like, "Oh no, this is definitely a witch hunt. Oh, this is like y'all really trying to take down all the black moguls." And I'm like, y'all acting like black men don't commit crimes. Like, are we really gonna sit up here and lie to ourselves and pretend that black men, you know, aren't the ones, you know, that is responsible for unaliving the community? And like it isn't because of black men that we even have a term coined black on black crime. Like, are we really gonna lie about that? And that's the thing. We're just like programmed to give men grace. Like it doesn't matter what they're doing. Like off the rip, especially a black man, if it is a black man, especially black men with power, exactly. If it's a black man, it's like, oh, he didn't do it. Everybody's just trying to bring him down. Everybody just hate to see a black man win. Everybody just jealous that, you know, the white man is the devil, and you know, like, oh, the black man this and the black man that. And I'm like, oh, excuse me. Oh my God, y'all, my allergies. I really don't want to do it, but I'm gonna have to take an allergy pill. Ugh. I'm gonna have to take an allergy pill because this is ridiculous. I just don't like I feel like they make me, well, Benadryl in particular makes me a little drowsy. I have allergy pills that I was prescribed by the doctor. I haven't taken one in a long time, so honestly, I can't even remember if they make me drowsy or not. But I'm gonna take one because I usually take those. Like if I eat like some shrimp or some peanuts or something that's going to like make me catch a hive and like mess up my skin in that way. But anyways, like I was saying, so they the people they swear that everybody is just trying to like bring a black man down, and I'm like, at the end of the day, if they didn't commit crimes or if they didn't put themselves in a line of fire, then we wouldn't have anything to say about them. We wouldn't be able to bring them down or to talk bad about them. Like we would not be able to do that. Can you tell a racist joke? Absolutely not. What is you can I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you. I don't have time for this. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate you. Thank you. Double tap the screen and subscribe if you are not already subscribed. Yeah, because the algorithm be trying to play with me, but we in here like swimwear. Thank you, just me. So, like I was saying, like we really we idolize, we pedestalize, we infantilize, we coddle, we make all of these excuses for men, and we just really need to stop because at the end, you looking for validation. All right, I'm gonna block you because I don't have time for this. At the end of the day, we just we make every excuse in the world for men, and we do it like I said, and we are often sacrificial lambs in a lot of situations, or we suffer in silence. We allow the abuse, we allow the disrespect, we allow them not stepping up to the plate in a way that we need. We allow so many things just to say that we have a man. We allow so many things just because we don't want to be alone, or just because we don't want society to kind of label us as undesirable. And I feel like since we already have that trope of like being at the bottom and nobody wants us, we just want a man so badly. We want to be attached to a man so badly that we literally accept their bad behavior. We do. We accept bad behavior from men because we want to be looked at as if we are someone worthy of loving, or as if we are someone that's worthy of being a wife, or just worthy of having a man attached to the hip, because it seems like we really have drank the Kool-Aid and we believe the lie that your womanhood is not valid unless you have a man. And I have to always say this because you all like to cherry pick the things that I'm saying. Me saying this does not mean that I don't think that you should desire, to be in a relationship. If that's what you want, then go for it, sis. Like I'm not up here saying don't be in a relationship with a man, like, don't get married, don't have children. That's not what I'm saying. Everybody up in here, double tap the screen for me and subscribe to the channel. There's 3 dots at the top. Press it and give your girl a thumbs up. Let me pat this in there. So this is not me saying like, oh, if you don't, if you want to be married, or like you shouldn't desire marriage, you absolutely should. However, being married is not a cloak, some magical cloak and dagger that's going to protect you from being a victim. It's not going to protect you from being a single mother. It's not going to protect you, from being a domestic slave. It's not going to protect you from your pH balance being all out of whack. It's not going to protect you from your husband dicking and dodging all around town and getting you into fights with women and triangulating you. It's not going to protect you from any of those things. The only thing that's going to protect you from that is how you view yourself, how you treat yourself, and how you operate in society. And this is why I make the videos that I make, because I feel like we don't do ourselves the best. We don't treat ourselves the best. We don't view ourselves as a prize. We don't think that we're worthy. And this is something that has been passed on through generations. They've been telling us that we are not attractive, that we should not require much, that we should just be happy to have a piece of a man. So we allow them to do anything. And what makes me so sad is that I saw this story recently of a mother that allowed her boyfriend to beat her 5-month-old baby to unaliving. And this is not the first time I've seen these stories. I've seen this other story of a mother that allowed a man to grape her 15-year-old daughter, and then she set her daughter on fire after he shot her so that he wouldn't go to jail, or because she thought she was trying to break up her relationship with her man. Do y'all see this pattern? And we've seen this time and time again. Women are out here because they are so desperate for a man, they're sacrificing their children. That hurts me really badly. Women are sacrificing their children for the love of a man, for the validation of a man. They're giving men grace so much so that they're allowing men to harm their kids just to say that they have a man. We've all seen the movie Precious. Precious' mother allowed her man to molest her when she was a baby in diapers, all for the sake of keeping a man around. We see this so much, especially in the Black church. We give the preachers so much grace. We allow them to not only rob the people of their money, but we also allow them to dick and dodge around the pulpit. We allow them to be predatory toward children, all in the name of God, which, they've tricked us into this patriarchal worship type of system so that we look at men as our God. That's why I say I do not worship men. When they say, "Oh, are you religious? Are you Jesus love you?" Yeah, I do believe in God, but I'm not a overly religious Bible thumper, and I'm not going to be worshiping a man, because worshiping men hasn't gotten us anywhere outside of, like I said, allowing them to do all sorts of heinous things and commit crimes against society. Is because deep down inside, we look at men as our God, as women. And this makes us give them so much grace, once again, so much so that we allow them to victimize our children. And we don't do anything about it. We don't stand up for the children. You know what I mean? We don't stand up for ourselves. We watch men, do crazy things to each other, and we make excuses. We make excuses for the men in our family. We make excuses for the men that we're in romantic relationships for. We make excuses for our sons. We make excuses for, you know, everybody, men, period. When boys are young, we say, "Oh, they're just young. They don't know any better." We allow them to harass and terrorize little girls. When they turn into teenagers, you say, "Oh, boys will be boys." That's the hormones raging. And once again, we allow them to harass and terrorize and traumatize teenage girls. And then once they become young adults, oh, they're just young. Like, they're constantly infantilized all the way up until they're 45 years old. You keep saying they're young and they don't know any better. And I've been guilty of it as well. I'm sitting up here talking to you all. I've been guilty of infantilizing men. I've been guilty of consistently giving men grace. I have been guilty of it as well, you guys. I'm not sitting up here talking to y'all about something that I have not myself experienced, or that I have not myself been, a product of. Like, I have. And it is not okay, and we have to do better. You can't always make excuses for a grown man, like, "Oh, his grandmother passed away 55 years ago, he's still grieving. Oh, his mother put him out when he was 32, and that's why he having a hard time in life." Like, no. When do we hold these men accountable? When do we finally see them as adults? Even when they do things, people say, "Oh, that's not a man, that's a boy." No, that's a grown man. We have to stop that. Stop giving these men so much grace, to whereas it's literally at your own detriment, to whereas you literally are putting yourself and children in danger. There was another woman who married a guy who had a bad past as being a child offender, a child abuser. I don't know if she didn't do her background check, because a lot of times we don't do background checks. Like, I don't be Googling, and maybe I need to get better at that, because we don't Google these men. We don't be knowing what the hell their past is, or what they really into. So she got with a predator, a child predator at that. And this man preyed on this woman just so he could get close to her niece. And did she protect her niece? Her niece is now unalived at the hands of that man. Assaulted, raped, and unalived. And the girl was a teenager. You see what I'm saying? And you give these men grace. "Oh, he didn't look at you. The people come and tell you this man did this. Oh, he didn't do that. Oh, it wasn't that serious. Oh, I'm gonna talk to him about it." No, if your child is telling you that some man is making them feel uncomfortable, or if your teenager is telling you that some man is making them feel uncomfortable, then you leave. You exit stage left. You don't try to talk to them about it, and, "Oh, let's try to come to a." No, protect your kids and protect yourself. and protect your life, because we are getting unalive. The black femicide rate is through the roof. We, us, melanin rich women, are getting unalived at a way higher rate than other women by their men. We got to be honest about this. We don't like to tell the truth because the truth is hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. And then we let these men come up in here and gaslight us and tell us, oh, you lying, you bitter, you this. If I'm bitter, then who made me bitter? I've only dated men. If I'm damaged and bitter, who did it? A man did it. A man. It was a man. It wasn't a woman. If I'm a single mother, who got me pregnant and then left? It was a man. So now what? Now what? Why respect women when you all got an OnlyFans? I don't have an OnlyFans. Next. When was the last thing to be able to do to get a whole new job in the middle of the year? I don't know what you're talking about. Facts. Hey, Layla. Going all the days in my home. Gotta watch. Huh? All right. We need to add something dark up in here. Should we do? Oh yes. Let's do Delta. We're gonna do this blue. But like we gotta do better, because we really are dropping the ball when it comes to the safety of ourselves and our children. And this is not me victim blaming. This is just me saying that we have to stop giving men so much grace, so much so that we aren't ignoring the signs. We're ignoring the signs. We're not paying. Oh, I like that. We're not paying attention to things that's right in front of us, because we are programmed, like I said, especially as melanin rich women, especially when you're darker complected, you're programmed to not have any standards or any boundaries, and to just be so happy that a man is around that you accept anything. You make the excuses. You bail him out of jail. You pay his car note. You pay his insurance. You buy him the clothes. You help him get a whole life. And it's like, at what expense? To what end? You just get taken advantage of. You victimize yourself and potentially your children, and now you have a whole nother generation of people that's just walking around traumatized and terrorized, and it's not okay. I think I'm going to do a little bit at the end. I love this is really coming together for me. Oh yes, that eats. Slay. Everybody up in here, double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. Okay, now we're gonna go in the tear duct a little bit with Shakara. That's my favorite that I use from the Wahala 2 palette. I love a nice gold shimmery. Like, I already put a little bit of the shadow that I use in the tear duct, but we're also gonna go in with this one. Thank you, boo boo. Ooh, I feel like I got glitter in my eye. Oh shit, that really made it stand out. Thank you, Zamira. I'm trying to save my best friend from doing this now. Yeah, we honestly, like, we be putting children in danger because we be so, like, giving men grace and wanting a man so bad and so desperate and thirsty for a man that we literally will sacrifice our children, and it's disgusting. And we have to stop giving men so much grace. We just have to. Like, it's not a vibe, it's not attractive, it's none of those things. They say that we're so strong. We need to be stronger when it comes to them, because that's where we're weak at. We really are weak when it comes to men. And they know this, and they won't admit that. They make it seem like, especially melanin rich women, that we are just so, it's just so hard to deal with us, and we're so insufferable, and we're so aggressive, and it's a lie. Like, there's women out here doing any and everything for a man, and this is what's happening in real life, and I wish that people would be honest about it. Nobody is being honest about what is really going on in real life. In real life, we are paying all the bills. In real life, we doing all of the domestic servitude. In real life, we allowing these men to dick and dodge in peace. In real life, we allowing these men to terrorize us and terrorize the kids and terrorize the family. This is what's happening in real life, and we have to stop doing that. We have to burn the cape, and we have to stop. We have to stop feeling like we are not valid as a woman if we don't have a man, because that is what's causing us to make bad decisions. And I've made bad decisions as well. I would never sit up here and act like I haven't, dated below my standards, or I haven't made excuses for men. I've done it for men in my family. Like, I've done it for men that I've dated. I've done it for, men that I went to school with. I've done it. We've all done it. Like, and we just got to continue to be honest about that and have these types of conversations so that we could shine a light on it, so that we could at least understand where we're going wrong, and maybe it'll be easier for us to do better, because sometimes we don't even know, because we're so programmed. Like I said, we have been brainwashed to worship men. We're so programmed. We're very much so desensitized, because from youth we're told, oh, that's just a boy is a boy. A man is supposed to be a little aggressive. He's supposed to pull your hair and push you down and maybe be a little mean to you. That's how he shows you that he likes you. No, that's not how that should be. And we have to stop the cycle of telling little girls a boy is supposed to terrorize you and harass you, and that's how you know that he likes you. We have to stop that. Excuse me. Hey, Merlene. Everybody up in here, double tap the screen. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I give y'all grace. What women can't be annoying? See, pivot and deflect. Y'all love to come up here and try to censor yourselves. It's not about you. If you want to talk about that, go and create your own platform. Men have the most beautiful creatures on earth because they don't have to wear because they don't have to wear makeup. Okay, so go and sleep with a man then. Why are you coming over here telling us that you gay? What brands is the eyeshadow? Oh, it's Juvia's Place. Sorry. This one is Wahala 2, and this is my favorite. It's Culture 2. I just got this one. Let me show you. It's so beautiful. I'm obsessed. This is Culture 2. I use this color as the blue. I believe I used this color as the shimmer base. And then I use the pink from Juvia's Place. I use this too much to cut the crease. And then this is my favorite. I always do my tear duct with this one. This color is Shakara. Yes, it's sad. See, this is the woman who is hitting the wall that Kevin Samuels talked about. She just goes on live stream and bitches about her bad choices. That's all your fault, mama. Yeah, and Genghis, I'm sure you're ugly. I'm sure you have a pot belly. I'm sure your hairline is receding. I'm sure your penis is small and you probably could barely perform in a bedroom. I'm sure you're not a high earning man. I'm sure you probably are not funny. You probably have no personality. And I'm sure you don't have more options than me when it comes to the dating pool. So for you to come up here and try to shame me, talking about, oh, she hit the wall, like, that's not, we don't care. I don't give a fuck about that, because guess what? I could still go outside and attract men. Men love me. Men still court me. You don't know me. You don't know my life. You don't know my preferences. You don't know my story. You don't know the things that I've experienced. You have absolutely no idea. I'm talking about women, being empowered and standing up for themselves and actually loving on themselves a little more. Okay, anyways, let's read off the sign, because this is what they love to say, and I agree with Kevin Samuels and a lot of stuff that he said about men, and how men are very feminine, and how men, they come in women's spaces and they want to cosplay as women, and how men don't want to be providers, and instead of getting you all selves together collectively, you come into women's spaces and you punch down on women. Kevin Samuels did mention a lot of those things, and I did agree with that. Make those cheeks flat. Oh my God. Thank you for the super sticker, but you did not send enough to be saying that. So shut up. All right. Don't play with me, but thank you for the super sticker. Anyways, let's read off the list because they starting. Who hurt you? You need to choose better. Do you have an OF? You ain't nothing but a single mother. Drop the pink hearts from me, y'all. You too masculine. Fake boobs. Cover up. Is that your real hair? Where is your man? Are you married? You a gold digger. Get a job. You bitter. You angry. 304. You hit the wall. You too independent. You got a nasty attitude. You for the streets. What do you bring to the table? Lower your standards. That's why you single. Big back. You see, they come up here and they say these things. I don't give a damn about what any of these men got to say, because guess what? A man is the easiest thing to get. And I wouldn't care if I was 45 years old right now sitting up here talking to y'all. I wouldn't care if I was 43. I wouldn't care if I was 52. I could still go outside and find me a man, child, especially at the rate as how we got to take care of y'all. So if I'm an older woman taking care of you versus now, what's the difference? Although I don't take care of men very much so take care of me. However, I'm just saying, generally speaking, the average woman is taking care of herself while she's with the man, or she's taking care of that man. The average woman is not being taken care of by a man, and I'm gonna need y'all to be honest about that. The average woman in today's society is taking care of herself, and she's cohabitating with a man that's taking care of himself only financially, but she's also taking care of him domestically, and she's taking care of the children. So if I'm gonna take care of myself anyway, then what's the difference when I'm 45 or 52 years old, 53? I could still get with a man and take care of myself, or have to take care of him. That's not hard. Now, because I'm hot, I don't care which I took my hit the wall. That's some bullshit. I still get my bills paid. I still have what I need. If I want to, I could do whatever it is that I want to do. I don't believe in that. I don't live in a real world with you fucking non-factor ass pedestrian men that love to punch down on women because you don't have as many options as a woman that's over 25. That's your business. That has nothing to do with me. Okay? Because like I said, whether or not I decide to go and cohabitate with a man right now, or when I'm 43, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to have to take care of myself or take care of him. If I get with the average man, I'm still going to have to take care of myself or take care of him, because that's what's happening in the real world. If you're working as a woman, you're taking care of a household, you're taking care of the children, you're taking care of the man, and he's only going to work. You're taking care of you're providing for yourself and your household. It's either that, or the man can barely pay a bill and you're taking care of everything. That is what's happening in society on average. Not women just being taken care of and they got a man that's making the high six figures or seven figures, and she just get to stay at home with the kids. That's not the real world. That's not the real world. So either way, if I'm going to get with an average man, I'm still once again going to be taking care of myself or taking care of that man. So what's the difference if I decide to lock in with a man right now, or do it in 12 years, 10 years? Like, what's the difference? At the end of the day, y'all swear that women are supposed to validate their womanhood on whether or not they got chose by a man, but that's a scam. Getting chose by a man does not make you more or less valid as a woman. It doesn't mean that you're less beautiful. It doesn't mean that you add to society more or less. It doesn't mean that you're less successful. It doesn't mean that you're less desirable. It is a scam and a trick. You do not ever place whether or not you are successful and desirable and loved and important as a woman based on whether or not you have a man. A man is very easy to get. And then they say, well, can you get a good man? It's because they know that a lot of them ain't shit. And it just is what it is. So I'm not about to sit up here, and I'm not talking about my experiences or being bitter. What I'm talking about is stop giving men grace. And I literally named P. Diddy and I named Kanye West because they have sympathizers. Those are men that we give grace to. I literally talked about things that have been happening in the world and on the news of women legit allowing predatory men to unalive their children, to abuse their children, to abuse them, and ultimately unalive them, because we are prone and we are designed and we have been indoctrinated into a system where it's men first and then us second, and we give men too much grace at our to our own detriment. I'm not sitting up here saying a man beat me up. Well, I'm not even talking about me. So for you to get up here and say, "Oh, you the problem and you hit the wall and this and that," it's fucking stupid. Like, I'm not even talking specifically about my own lived experience. I'm literally talking about what's going on in the world, and you all cannot help but to censor yourselves, and you all cannot help but to try to tear a black woman down. It is embedded, it is ingrained in your DNA to tear me down and to try to pull me off of whatever high horse you feel like I'm on because of my aesthetic. You feel like I shouldn't deserve to be beautiful and to not feel like I need a man to validate me because, bitch, who the fuck are you? You ain't shit, bitch. Society said you was at the bottom, so let me come and do my job to humble you, bitch. Let me reaffirm that you ain't shit without a man. That's what you all do. What's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Thank you for the super sticker. Being an older or the only daughter to a mammy. Oh my God, Tracy. We're absolutely going to come back. We may come back and do that live today because I really, really want to talk about, the adultification of being an older daughter and how that inherently puts you at the whim, especially if you have younger brothers. It makes you a male worshiper to a degree. It makes you feel like you need to be subservient and you need to be the helper when you are the older daughter. Let me write that down because we absolutely, absolutely, we need to talk about that. Like, that is a very, very, very important topic. And we don't talk about that enough. We really don't. The plight of an older daughter is not, it's something serious, because you start taking care of a family at a young age. And then you grow up and you just feel like you're supposed to take care of people. And then you start to be a people pleaser. Feminist. I'm not a feminist, baby. I am a melanin rich woman. Me and my kind have had to work since the inception of this country. We've never had to fight for the right to work. We've always had to work, bitch. We ain't never have to fight for the right to work as black women in this country. We've always had to work. We've been on the plantations. We've been sharecropping. We've done domestic work for other races and other groups of women. We raised the whole nation. We always had to help you niggas because y'all ain't. Here we go with the race. Absolutely. And you know what? Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, JJ. Hold up. Damn. I gotta pop out of here right quick. Hopefully it stays on, but don't leave. I have to pop out of here right quick. Put a one in the chat if you can see me and hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can see me and hear me. Put a one. Yeah, okay. We good? All right. um, ooh, excuse me. Everybody up in here, double tap the screen, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. He's here to do his job. He's here to do his job. You're getting blocked now. Such a victim. No, men are victims. Men are perpetual victims. Y'all don't ever fucking take accountability for shit. Accountability is like kryptonite for men. Y'all are perpetual fucking victims of society. And we need to talk about that too. Because I'm tired of this shit. But like I said, here, he's doing his job. This is what they do. They come into the comment section when we are talking about, us taking an accountability, because this is what this live is about. Us taking an accountability as women, and protecting the children and protecting ourselves and not having the blinders on. What did I just say we needed to talk about? Oh, men being victims. Men are perpetual victims in society. Perpetual victims. Thank you, Harris. So that is what they're programmed to do. We're in the matrix. This is the matrix. So men like that are like ops or like bots, but they're real people. But their job is to kind of throw us off the course. Their job is to kind of like punch down on a woman like me that has a voice that feels emboldened enough to come up here and talk on my platform about the things that we talk about daily. Their job is to try to stop me. Their job is to try to stunt our growth. Their job is to try to tell us we're old and washed up so that they could force us into the societal standard and of choosing any man that's going to treat us crazy just so that we have a man, or to being and honestly, I have to be honest with you all, right? I lived with a man before, right? I've been proposed to a couple times, right? I didn't like it. I did not like having to service a man. I just got to be honest with y'all. And this is also during a time where I didn't have everything that I have now. The average man wants you to service him, even if you are providing money. Even if you are providing money, because women are not just all stay-at-home moms. What was the percentage? I think, what was it? 64% of women actually work, and they are mothers, and and then out of that percentage, some of them are wives. However, just because you're not a wife doesn't mean you don't live with a man, and a man isn't in your house and you aren't, taking care of that man domestically. So 60 some odd percent of women have children and they're going to work. And I believe it's higher than that. I wish I had my laptop. So don't quote me directly on these statistics. If one of my love bugs, if you all could do a quick Google search, because I don't have my laptop. I looked at it before we did a live on this. But if you all can tell me, if you can look and see like what percentage of the average working woman is like a mother, or what percentage of women in America actually work, because majority of us work and have children. So it is a lie and a scam that y'all tell when y'all get up here and make it seem like women are not doing anything, and what do a women bring to a table, and what can a women do? Women are working, and they're taking care of children, and they're taking care of their husband, and men are only going to work. This is what's really happening in the real world. So I didn't want that. I didn't want to do that. I lived with a man 1.5 times. And the full time I lived with a man, we were both splitting things, but I was expected to clean up and to cook. While all like I did not like that. I fucking hated that. I said, I don't want to take it. I don't want to do this. This is not desirable. This is not something that I want. I don't give a fuck if society say, oh, you ain't got no man and that's why you single and you're gonna be a cat lady. Take me to Petco, bitch. I don't care. I didn't want to take care of a man. I wanted to do what I'm doing right now. I wanted to work. I wanted to grind. I wanted to be free. I like to have freedom. I didn't want to have children because I like freedom. I could get up and go and do whatever the fuck I want to do. After this live, I have something very important to do. But guess what? After that, if I want to go and take a walk, I can do that. If I want to go and sit in a coffee shop, I can do that. If I want to book a flight and fly out to Miami, I can do that. That's how I wanted to live my life. Now, this is me saying that does not mean that I'm opposed to family and love it, but it has to look a certain way for me. And the average man is not giving it's not vibing with what I'm vibing with. I don't want to have to take care of a man. I just don't want to do that. I never wanted to do it. And now like I figure whoever, if I decide to really hunker down with a man, he has to be self-sufficient. The average man is not that self-sufficient. I wish I would be honest about that. We are out here taking care of men. Like, let's just be honest. We take care of men. Even if the man is working, the woman is working too. Who is taking care of the household? The woman is doing it. Oh, it infuriates me because y'all never tell the truth about that. Y'all never tell the truth about how much of a burden it is on a woman to have to carry a whole fucking family on her back, but then you shame her when she don't want to do it. You shame her when she does not want to do that. When a woman does not want to be a domestic fucking serve and a domestic slave, you shame her for it. And it's a scam. At least I didn't bring a bunch of fucking kids into the world and drop them off at my mother's house. You get what I'm saying? Now, if I have a child now, because I still have eggs, if I have a baby now, I'm more equipped. I have more patience. I've done a lot of the things that I want to do. I've built my foundation for my business to start to flourish and to expand. I'm branching out with different parts of my brand. I'm monetized as a brand now. So it's different. I'm not like, oh my God, oh, I wish I could do this. And like now I have more of my wits about me. I'm smarter. I'm more equipped to have a kid in a family now. However, I didn't want to do that shit. You look like a clown. Bitch, your mother's a clown, you stinky fucking ugly nigga. I'm sure you ugly. You're ugly and you stink and don't nobody want you. You're blocked. Bitch. I feel like women need to have their life and live it how you want to. If you really desire to be a mother, do it. I'm not saying that I'm against motherhood. I think that's beautiful. And at some point, I feel like I will be a mother. But I did not want to do that shit. And I'm tired of men getting up here trying to shame me for it. I didn't want to do it, bitch. I didn't want to get married. I did not fucking want to have kids. I did not want to do it. I did not enjoy taking care of a man. I didn't like it. I did not fucking like it. I didn't like somebody feeling like I had to wake up when they woke up. I didn't like somebody feeling like I had to be on the same accord. I didn't like a nigga feeling like I had to work for them. I did not like it. I hated taking care of a nigga. I didn't like it. And men are very needy. You have to take care of them. I don't care what you say. You have to take care of a man. Even if it's sex, you have to service your man. Sometimes you don't feel like you want to be touched all the time. If you are living with a man, if you are with a man, you have to take care of that man. You have to service that man. If you don't, then they're going to be like, oh, he going to go get it from somewhere else. He going to go to another woman. You ain't cooking for that man. That man going to go get another woman to cook for him. Who want to do that? I didn't want to do it. I did not want to do it. Womp that ass out my comment section, bitch. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to have to continue to give a man grace just so that we could keep the peace. I didn't want to have to, let me just turn a blind eye and let this nigga dick and dodge in peace just so that we could keep the peace, just so that he could come home at night. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. So now I know, in order for me to like even consider that, I got to be inspired, bitch. You got to be a hell of a man. Like, and if I have a baby, it's gonna be because I want a baby. I don't care if I'm married, single. I don't give a fuck. It'll be because I truly wanted to be a mother. Because at the end of the day, you really have to want to do that. You really do. Society gives men grace. Men could just fucking leave. They're kids. And people will maybe call him a deadbeat for a little bit, but he not gonna get the same stigma or the same stain as a woman that he left. Oh, you a single mother. You a single mother. What? Like, it doesn't make sense. So in society, as women, we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. So we need to live our lives for ourselves. I didn't want to fucking be married with no fucking kids, bitch. So stop getting up here saying that's why you ain't got no husband. That's why you hit the. Y'all really think that I cannot fucking get a man, bitch? It's annoying. It's very annoying. It's annoying. It's fucking annoying. I didn't want to do it. I'm tired of saying, oh, I can get a man. We all know that. I'm attractive. I'm funny. I'm sexy. My coochie's good. It's wet. It's tight. I know how to cook. I could sing. I'm intelligent. I'm nurturing. I'm kind. What you mean? I'm ambitious. Well, why the fuck can I go and just get a husband? Y'all are stupid. So I get the fuck out of my comment section every day telling me this is why you ain't got no man. Oh, you ain't got no man. Bitch, I didn't want one. It's men all around. I cannot beat niggas off of me. Are you dumb? Men love me. Like, let's be honest. I don't want to be fucking bothered. It's a headache. And I want to be bothered when I feel like it. That's the thing. That's why I deal with men at my own leisure. And it has worked for me. And like I said, when I want to have a baby, then I'm going to have a baby. Don't listen to those type of gals. What type of gals? That saying live your life for yourself and don't feel like your womanhood is valid whether or not you got a man? No, have your standards. If you want to have a man, make sure that man is what you actually want and not just a nigga that you got around because you don't want people to shame you and say you can't get a man. That is what the issue is. We've constantly been told that we are on the bottom and that we're not desirable, so we accept anything. And this is why we get in situations where our children are being harmed, where we're being harmed and we're being unalive because we're so thirsty and desperate for a man because society is continuously telling us that we are not desirable or we're not valid as women if we don't have a man. And we just pick up any fucking man. We pick up any man. It be a fucking bum ass man that ain't got shit, that's treating you crazy, but at least I got a man at home. At least they can't come up here and tell me I got a ring on my finger, even though my husband don't help me do shit around the house. I'm a fucking slave. I'm burnt out. I'm overweight. I hate my life, but I got a husband. And having a husband is beautiful. If you have a good relationship, then that is beautiful. I'm not sitting up here saying don't do it because I will. I will. So I'm not saying don't do it, but do it because you want to. Do it because it makes sense. Don't have kids because they telling you got to. Be a cat lady if that's who you are. Be who you really are at your core. I gotta go right. I'll be right back. Put a one if you can see and hear me. Everybody double tap the screen. Everybody double tap the screen. Okay, good. You probably lost all feeling down there with them toys in your nightstand. You really think I can't make a phone call and have a man come here right now to service me? You really think I can't get serviced by a man whenever I feel like it? If I wake up in the morning and I want my coochie ate, you think I can't call a nigga to come and eat me out? You really think that? You really think I can't get a man to come over here right now and eat me out while I'm doing my live? Like while I'm literally on live stream, you think I can't have a nigga on his knees in between my knees? Exactly, Love Jones. It's not that marriage is wrong. Women want to have the right to do it the right way. Exactly. These men are delusional. That part, Ebony, you're intoxicated with your own foolishness. And is next. And is next. I'm delusional. I'm every goddamn thing you could think of. Next. You too dark for your makeup. Bitch, fuck you. No, I'm not. Blocked. It's the lighting. When I back up, everything matches. It's the lighting. You're a goddess. I'm so glad I found the channel. Thank you, baby. Make sure y'all subscribe. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Look like a hamburger. And your mother is a pig. Oink, oink, ho. Oink, oink that ass up out of my comment section. Even in the light you match. Thank you. Yeah, they just be coming up in here trying to talk shit. Let us get 20 more likes. These niggas act like I can't get a man. That's weird. It's bizarro to me. Girl, please. Bitch, please to you. And you know what gets me is that the average woman would feel like they gotta prove something. You know, like, wait, hold up. Like me, because they always try to shame me for not having a man. If I wasn't me, if I wasn't me, I would feel like, oh my God, let me just go and get married to this nigga that's been asking me to get married and be with him since 2015, just so I could shut these people up. I could go and do that. I didn't want to take care of no man. I wanted to do this. That's just the bottom line. And we here, you know, and now I feel like I'm more mentally in a space to where I could have a baby. Because I know that if I have a baby, it's going to be for me. It will never be for a man. A man could leave and then they call me a single mother and I don't even have no fucking kids. So I know that it's always going to be on me if I have children. Hold up. I'll be right back. I gotta check something. I'm back. I put on lip gloss. All right, let me talk to y'all for 5 more minutes and I gotta get up out of here. But we'll be back. I definitely will be back. I need to charge my phone too. Damn. They do that to me. Wait, they do that to me, shame me. Like, lady, I was married. I'm good. Never again. So they shame you too. Okay. That hair color is cute. Thank you, Indica baby. What's up, boo? Sometimes people are jealous of your freedom, so they talk trash. That's a good point too. You look like Starfire. I don't know who that is, but I like that name. Hello. Where do you live? I'm in a tri-state. You'll get younger one day. Nobody cares. Guess what? Y'all try to age shame people too. We all got to get older. That's how life goes. You got to keep living. You're going to keep living. You rendezvous with somebody, you link with somebody. It's a good vibe. Vibe with it. Y'all act like I'm sitting up here saying don't ever get in a marriage. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is do it because you want to do it. Don't do it because you're shamed and pressured by scrub the ground ass niggas like y'all that be coming up in my goddamn comment section trying to shame me. Like it don't give. It really don't give. Because I'm gonna get married when the time is right, and because I want to. I'm gonna have a baby when I want to be a mother. Like it's not gonna be because y'all are making me feel like I'm, a cat lady, or I'm not doing like I'm not desirable, and that's why don't nobody want me. Like I don't believe that. Y'all is a scam. I don't believe y'all because I live in the real world and I look around and I see women with children getting remarried every day. I see women that's over 25 getting married. I see women in their 40s getting married for the first time. I see women in their 30s having babies. Like this is what's happening in the real world. You wearing that pink? Thank you, Hera. Everybody double tap the screen. Wait, I gotta pop out. Hello from the Bahamas, period. Don't believe the haters, period. Shouts out to the Bahamas, and you are correct. Continue standing up for what you believe in, and you're beautiful. Thank you, Lakiva. The societal pressure will make you unhappy and miserable. Exactly, Ebony. I'm never going to have kids. I guess I started telling people I don't want to have kids when I was 3 years old. Just stop, you look, son, and thank you. You're right. My mother always tells me, tell the man you have your own schedule and goals. He can figure out how to stay if he's really serious. Exactly. Older women to get married too. Exactly. Ain't nobody gonna want you. Like women in the nursing home is getting screwed. They have an sex in a nursing home. Like what? All you gotta do is continue to live and take care of yourself. You alive, you're gonna always meet people. There's gonna always be somebody to offer you companionship. They get up here and they lie to you on the internet. That's because they want to have free and easy access to women. And they don't want me to tell other women that are equally as attractive as me, hey, you don't have to, you do what you want to do. It's going to be okay. Do what you want. If you want love and you want marriage, go and do that. If you want to be a wife and a mother, go do that. But do it on your terms. Get the best deal that you can get, sis. For real. Get the best deal that you could get. Get with somebody if they want to be 50-50. Really make that motherfucker be 50-50. Not just when it comes to the money. Make him require him to help around the house too. We have options. They don't like that. That part, strawberry cream. That's why they tell you hit the wall. I didn't hit no fucking wall. What wall? So men don't get older and become less desirable? That's what be getting me. These men be swearing at these girls want them. And they be ugly and fat and stank and unattractive, not funny, penis on gummy worm. We need to talk about that. Men hit the wall hard. Men hit the wall harder than women. That's what we gonna talk about. They gonna be mad, child, when we do that live, but I don't give a damn. I'm reading a great self-help book that stated if being married and having children was the pinnacle of the human existence, Jesus would have done it. No pressure. Oh, I've been happily single for 17 years and I'm in no rush to be in a relationship. I feel you. That is wrong advice. Okay. Hello, Dion. Women in their 50s having kids now. Exactly. As I get older, I get younger, guys. My age don't believe the internet. You can't believe anybody, period. You got to live for you. Women age faster than men. I don't believe none of this shit that y'all talking about. What makes you think you're the prize you look like? Bitch, fuck you and your mother. Go to hell on a fucking burning horse. I look better than you. That's why you ain't got no avatar picture. Oh, I can't wait till you do that live because baby is gonna be lit. Period. Red lips. You know what you do to me. What? All they want is control. Good afternoon. Hello. Hold up. Talk about Edie dressing like 20 when they're over 50, fat like a mess. That part. That's what we're gonna get into. All right, I'm gonna be up here for 4 more minutes and I'm out. We're gonna cap this off at an hour. Period. I love y'all so much. I've been single by choice. You know what? Slide off. It is so hard for a man to believe that a woman is single by choice. When I say that I didn't choose to get married, I didn't choose to have kids. They like, it's like hard to believe. Like you can't look at me and say, no man don't want you. Because that's a fucking lie. And you know that from the pits of your ball sack. You know that. So I don't understand when you look at a woman like me, why is it so hard to believe that I chose not to get married and I chose not to have children? Not yet, at least. I didn't want to do it. I did not like having, I didn't like that. I didn't like a man telling me what I had to do. I didn't like having to listen to his mother tell me what the woman of a role of a woman is. And I didn't like, having to work for him or feeling like I always had to be there for him. I did not like that. I hated it. I hated that. Child free. Okay, child free. I choose to be single until I was 28. Best choice ever. God's anointed. You be telling the truth, love, because if you did it, they wouldn't be disrespectful as they are. They can't handle the truth. That part. Why do they dress like they in middle school? Hello. LJ has been on live, men hitting on her all the time. That's true too, bless one. But yet they make it seem like you bitter, that's why you ain't got no man. I'm like, first of all, how you know I don't have a man? Let's start there. Or men. Second of all, when I come up on here, these motherfuckers be like, it's crazy. Taught you the child free thing. Okay, boo. They hate to see women in control, living life and happy. That part, Toys by Starlight. I've been single for 10 years and I'm loving it. I enjoy loving on me every day, all day. And God's anointed, are you lonely? Because they swear you're going to be so lonely. I'm like, no, women actually get together. We are the community. We are the ones that build the camaraderie. We are the ones that plan the holidays and plan the birthday parties and plan the outings. It's women. We always have companionship amongst each other. We always have sisterhood. We always have each other. It's men that really be way more lonely. That's why they unalive themselves at higher rates than women. That's why they unalive the community. as long as it has a whole Jesus Christ. I always wanted to be a wife and a mother, but now that I've been single all the time, I love it. I have my son and I'm so happy. Nice. They don't want you, they want you to be busted and angry so they can say you should have choose better. Exactly. Being alone and being lonely is different. Nope, not lonely. Feeling my best. Good. And kept the oral tradition alive. These men are out here eating bad, not exercising, smoking, everything, dingling, not working. That part. Hello, Trini Love. Controlled around his family for 5 years. I was so unhappy because they were stereotyping brown women, and I was dealing with that in a marriage. I could relate to that to a degree, not in a marriage, but just being with a man. Am I snorting cocaine? No, I'm not. I have allergies. I gotta delete this comment because I can't have this up here. You are, thank you. We knew our tribe's history. We were the historians. That's why we live in a matriarch society, but they won't ever admit it. But it's okay. And the Black community is a matriarch society. Let me specify. But I love you all. I will be back. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video because I know that you care. We are in the building. Give yourself more grace than you give anybody else. Love on yourself a little bit harder. And you are the main character. Life is a movie. You're starring in it. The world is a stage. You are at the center of it. Keep your foot on these motherfuckers' necks. I'm not lonely at all. I enjoy my fur baby and hanging out with my sister. We're about to go to Dollar Tree hunting. Exactly, God's anointed. That's my whole point. And they like to make it seem like we just live these terrible lives if we're not with a man taking care of a man 24/7. Child. And if you want a man, God's anointed, you could just go out and, have you a fun night whenever you feel like it. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Later, love bugs. I love you all. Bye. Oh, I didn't do thumbnails. I wish I would have got this shirt in a small. Okay.